welcome to my channel. My name is Anya and this video is my March Teen Project Pan update. Since this project pan has a quarterly refresh where you can swap out and change out products, I thought I would take you through every single item currently in the project and just see how I've done so far. Some haven't been used. I have a decent amount of stuff that is going. I'm a bit surprised by myself. I finished some of it has just gotten old, and I also have a couple of items I'm decluttering, but I'm pretty pleased with overall how I've done on the whole project so far. So I think I'm going to start with the items I finished, and if you see me taking a sip of my milkshake, my sister got me a milkshake and I really like it. So I'm going to start with the two items I'm getting, well, three items I'm getting rid of because they're getting old. So I'm getting rid of the No. 7 Lovely Lashes mascara, which was my mascara for the project. It's just past its year old and it's starting to dry out and become a little bit difficult to wear, and since I can't wear this one alone and I need to layer it, it doesn't really work that well once it's dried out so much, so I am going to get rid of that one. I also did discover that yes, the Milani Shadow Eyes and Almond cream is irritating my eyes, so I am getting rid of it. I'm not actually surprised because it is 5 years old this summer, but I've enjoyed having this when I've had it. If you can find this, this is a wonderful product, but it's too old, so I'm getting rid of it. And the blue liquid liner, the candy liner from Mekka in Tutti Frutti, is dried out. It's to the point where it's like cream that sometimes paints on, and it just, no. I tried using this one day to play and it was so thick that I could barely get an eye and it looked really bad, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I finished my Maybelline colour tattoo. This is the Master Camo in pink. It was fine. The colour worked decently well for me, but I don't like the formulation, so I was happy to finish it. And it was actually a product that I thought I would finish in January, but that didn't happen. I am also going to cool this one down. This is the setting spray I've been working on, the Aunt Thomas makeup fixing spray. There is still like the tiniest bit at the bottom of this one, but weighing this for this update, I have used 19 grams since the last update, so I'm really pleased with myself, and it's getting difficult to spray, so I'm calling it done. And I'm really happy about that. I'm also calling my NYX Control Freak Brow Gel done. It still has a tiny bit of product like at the bottom and the top here, but it's starting to smell a little bit weird, and that's my cue for getting rid of stuff, so it's going. I have two products that I am just decluttering. I don't like them. The Maybelline Baby Lips in Chai Tea Latte is red, but it just goes everywhere. It doesn't stay put. So it's going. I don't like it. My goal was to use half of that, and I can go through a full Baby Lips in about 6 months. I've used it twice. I can't deal with it. The other product here is the Mekka Perfect Brow Pomade in medium. I tried this and I've played with it, so it has a tiny dip in the centre, but it's just the wrong colour for me, and I have sort of come to that stage with makeup where I don't really feel like playing with eyebrow products that are no longer my colour, because I just want my eyebrows to be done. I want them done as quickly as I can, and using products that aren't the right colour for me, I just don't like it. I don't like how it looks, so I'm going to get rid of that. And those are the items that I finished. I'm actually finished, that they're gone. I'm really pleased with myself on that one actually. I'm going to take you through all of the other current items in the project before I go to any of the new ones added in. I'm going to start with the 4 products that I'm swapping out from the project pan. I'm going to get rid of the nail polish. I'm not going to declutter it. I'm going to put all of these back into my drawers. The No. 7 limited edition nail colour in metallic gold is really pretty. I haven't used it, but I am going to put it back because I need to have a think about my nail polish collection overall, because I don't wear nail polish all that much. So I'm going to put that one back. I'm also going to put back the Wet n Wild pressed powder in Warm Light, which is not a surprise because this is way too dark for me. I was hoping to use this as more of a luminous powder because the other powder I have in here is more matte. Not really, but this is just too dark for me to use at the moment. I might try to bring it back, or I'm going to at least play with it when the summer comes, because I'm going to aim for getting a little bit of tan. I don't tan that much, so I think this is still going to be a bit dark, but it's going to be easier to get away with it in the summer than it is now because it's about 3 shades too dark and I can't deal. I'm also going to put back both of my Colourpop Super Shock shadows. I have the shade Blaze, which is on my eyes today. It's a really lovely bronzy colour. I really like the glitter particles in it. And then I have the shade Cornelious, which is also on my eyes. I just use these two. And this is, I love this, but this is drying out a bit. So I'm going to mix in a little bit of primer into this. If your Super Shocks are getting a bit dry, crumble them up into a little jar or a glass or something, and then add a tiny bit, you don't need a lot, of clear silicone primer. I'm using a NYX one. The Smashbox one as well works, and it just rehydrates them, but be careful if you put too much, they're going to be a little bit difficult to work with. But I like these two colours a lot, but I'm going to put them back. And then for the rest, I think I'm just going to go through them in actual order that I have them listed on my sheets. So we're going to start with primers. I have 2 primers in the project. I have the Becca First Light Priming Filter Mini in my Illuminating Primer category, and then I have the Maybelline Master Prime Anti-Redness Primer in my moisturising category. This does claim to colour correct slightly, doesn't really do that much on me though. For the Becca primer, I've used 3 grams of this, which I'm pretty pleased with. I don't really like these Becca illuminating primers, they just emphasise too much texture, but I can wear them when I'm not wearing any other base makeup, so I can wear just this on its own if I'm having a good skin day or just want a bit more glow. I have used 4 grams of the Maybelline primer. I have yet to test my theory, it's getting really thin, of whether or not this is breaking me out because I'm having issues. I think I know what is breaking me out. I don't know if this might be another item that is sort of continuing that, but I'm going to keep it in here for now. I do think I will finish this, hopefully. Maybe not in April, but maybe May, because I'm getting really far along with it. And I think by May it might be time to add a matte primer into this project. I do have combination skin, it gets oilier as the warmer weather progresses. It's currently snow outside, so I don't need anything matte at the moment, but when the summer rolls around I'm definitely going to need it, so I'm going to try and finish this before the summer because I don't think it would work. Same with the Becca one. For my colour correctors, I have 3 here. The green one, which is the Collection Lasting Perfection in green, has lost 1 gram, which is pretty decent. I actually noticed, I think it was last time I was playing with it, that I had ended up making a tiny window, but it looks like that window is gone. I don't love this, but it's working, so I'm going to continue to use it. The other 2 I have here are Mekka ones, and I have been focusing on the Maybelline pink one, and I mixed these 2 together to create an under eye colour corrector for me. So I have the shade Peach and Lilac. Peach is way too dark on its own, so I just mix in a little bit of lilac and I end up with a shade that is perfect. But I just started using these, I think it was this week, if not last week, and I've used them only once each, so there is no progress, but I do like the formulation of this a lot more than I do the Maybelline one. Then we have foundations. I have the IT Cosmetics CC Cream in Fair as my liquid foundation, and I was debating whether or not to put this back this month to swap in a different foundation, but I'm going to give it a couple more months. I am sort of in the process of writing a review for this, so I'm testing out different ways of using it. It has only lost 1 gram because I haven't used it all that much yet, but I don't like it. I think I might like it enough to continue until I finish my review, which might be sometime in April, early May, and hopefully by doing that review I'm going to be using it a lot more, and I will hopefully have made more progress on this, and I will call it done then. I might also, if I get sick of it, ask my sister if she wants it. If she does, she can have it. I don't like it. It doesn't really work for my skin. It doesn't look very nice. It definitely doesn't make my skin look better, but I'm persevering at the moment whilst I try to figure out what I actually want to do with it. And I have a stick foundation. This is the Fenty Beauty Match Sticks in Linen. This has actually lost 0.1 centimetre, which isn't a lot, but I've used it once and I don't mind it. I'm unsure. I'm not going to buy these matchsticks again because I don't like them enough, but this doesn't have the coverage I like at first, but building it up, it looks really lovely on the skin. I'm just not sure where it fits into my makeup life. So this again has sort of the same fate as the IT Cosmetics one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I have decided to stick with both of them for at least another month whilst I properly figure things out, and I think I would be able to pan this if I put my heart to it. I just haven't really been reaching for stick foundations, so I haven't used it. I haven't really been reaching for a lot of makeup, in honesty, and especially the products that I don't love. It's a bit difficult to reach for the makeup that I don't love when I'm not at the moment currently healthy enough to put makeup on as often as I would like. So I sort of end up reaching for the quick and the easy and the stuff that I know, like my powder foundation, my eyebrow pencil, which is what I'm wearing today, the Super Shock shadows from Colourpop, stuff I know how performs because it's easier for me to use them. I'm hopeful that I'm going to give myself another month to try and fully recover, and I think the pandemic has made it easier for me because I have cancelled any obligations that I have. I have no meetings, I have no physical therapy because they're closed, I have nowhere to go, and I'm planning on staying inside. I might end up going for a walk, but I don't know, I don't handle being stuck at home very well. After a couple of days I just end up feeling stuck, and I've sort of been resting for the last 2 weeks to try and heal my body because I pushed myself too far when I drove halfway across the country and back in a day. I'm not going to do that again, and it's taken like 2 weeks to get somewhat back to normal, but I'm going to rest and start getting more back into makeup and playing with stuff. I'm allowing myself to declutter stuff I don't like. It's still difficult. I would say I had decent success this month with getting rid of the brow pomade and the tinted lip balm because I never use them and there's no point. And you might think, why are you not getting rid of the foundations as well? And the reason is just I still have a use for these in a way. Like with this one, with Eat Cosmetics, I'm writing a review. With the stick foundation, it's a product that I can absolutely finish because I end up using a lot of it when I use it. So I do know I can finish it reasonably quickly if I set my mind to it. Like if I use that 3 times a week for a month, it would be gone. It might even not take 4 weeks. Let's move forward, shall we? My concealer is the Maybelline Master Concealer in Fair. No progress on this one, I haven't used it, and I don't really know what to think of this. I used to love this. This used to be my favourite concealer because it just looked flawless. It still looks amazing on my face, under the eyes especially, when I apply it with a sponge, but it looks atrocious if I apply it with my fingers. So this is, again, it's just one, I didn't have enough time in March to properly test and play with everything to sort of fully solidify an opinion of, okay, I'm going to continue or I'm going to declutter. This is kind of the month to do that, but you know, so I do what I do, I follow my body, it's all I can do. I'm going to give this a little bit longer. I'm going to test it out in April or May. I'm not actually sure when I'm going to be able to because I have to, again, listen to my body, otherwise I end up in bed all day and I don't want to go back. So I think part of the reason this might be getting old because I've had this for several years, but I'm going to give it, as I said, I'm going to play with it, figure it out, see what the deal is. I have 2 other powders in the project. Another pressed one, this is the Mekka Matte on the Go in Transparent. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, but there's a dip in it now. Wasn't there before. I don't know how deep the pan is, so I don't know when I'm going to hit pan. It's also not showing any progress on the scales, but I've been using this and I'm okay with it. I don't love it, I won't repurchase it, but I'm fine using it and I think I will be able to pan it, at least for now. So I'm just going to keep going. I also ended up using my loose powder. This is the Makeup Mekka Luxury HD Setting Powder in Angel Pink. It's a very light pink tone. This has lost a gram in my uses, which I haven't used it a lot. I set my face once, I used it underneath the eyes for another one, and it's a lovely powder. For me, it's just the colour is wrong. I used this a couple of times and I think I'm going to be able to continue with it. Partly because I don't have all that many other loose powders I want to pan at the moment, and I can make it work. It actually doesn't look too bad, but this is the best colour of all the Makeup Mekka powders I have on me, but my HD still stands, it's too dark. Then I have all my colour cosmetics for the face. The blush in Bella Rosa from Milani still looks the same. I've been using it in a couple of my last videos. I really have enjoyed playing with it. I really don't think I'm going to hit pan, and I'm going to give this a couple more months to try, but I think this might end up being decluttered at the next 3 month check-in because I have another bright pink blush that is not as pigmented that I think I prefer, because this ends up being too bright sometimes. There's no progress to show, but I can see that the dome is getting slightly flatter at the top, which is great considering how little of it I use every time. Seeing that slow and steady progress over time is great. My highlighter still hasn't seen any progress. I can see, I'm not sure it's going to pick up on camera, over here closer towards me there is a little area that is very, like, it has a huge dip in it. I don't know if I'm gonna hit pan. I have no clue. I only wear this on top of the Bella Rosa blush, or if I'm pairing it with another blush because it's too dark on me on its own. But it's really nice and glowy. The bronzer I have is the Mekka Hello Pretty Powder Foundation in Cinnamon. This hasn't shown any progress. It has like stipple marks in the pan here. I have struggled a bit with this one. I love the powder foundation, this one in my shade, which is what I'm wearing. Although I don't doubt that it's a gorgeous formulation in this different colour, I find it a little bit difficult to use as a bronzer because I have to use a very light hand. And when I try to use a very light hand, it can end up looking a bit patchy, which is also understandable, I think, because this is not meant to be applied lightly. I'm going to continue with it because I like the colour. It manages to be warm, but it doesn't pull orange on me unless I apply too much, which I quite like. It has a bit more yellow in it rather than orange, and that just works a bit better with my skin. I have two more matchsticks here from Fenty. I have Amber, which is a contour shade on me. No progress. Then I have Starstruck, which is a light pink. No progress. If I were to get rid of any of the matchsticks, it would be the Starstruck shade because I can deal with the matte shade. I've used the matte shade a couple of times and I really do I found a way to use it that works essentially, which is to apply it to a sponge and then use the sponge and apply it to my face. I still struggle with it on my cheeks as a contour. I can use it on my forehead and it looks great. On my cheeks it can look a bit muddy, so I've been using it sometimes on my forehead when I can remember, pretty much. I really struggle with the Starstruck shade though, because I don't know what this wants to do, because it manages to be very dry, but when I swipe it onto my hand it kind of is a bit like a roll-on deodorant. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels dry, but it goes on really lovely and shiny, but it doesn't do that on my face, which is annoying. So I can never get this to look really nice, but I'm going to give it a couple more times because I have yet to actually play with this one on top of the linen shade. I mean, I would guess that the products on the same line would work well together. I haven't tested that yet though. I want to do that, so I'm going to continue to play with it. And then I have my contour palette. This is the Wet n Wild Colour Icon contour kit in Dulce de Leche. I haven't used it since the last update. I have, and I don't know, this is not going to be visible, on the pale shade there is the tiniest of little dips that's starting to form, which is purely because I only use that on my eyes. It's too dark as a highlight, it's too dark as a setting powder, it's too yellow as a setting powder as well. But I can use it on my eyes if I want a matte eye look, and I've also used it just to set my eyelids, just to do it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna fare with this one, because I don't wear this and the Makeup Mekka bronzer together. I do prefer the tone of this one. It's a little bit more cool toned, or I should say more neutral. I have this little eyebrow palette from Makeup Mekka, and I have used the wax once or twice, I think. No progress on the weights, and I think I've used one of the powders. I am going to hold on to this because I haven't fully played with it yet. That's the only reason I'm going to hold on to it. But chances are, unless I start using these as eyeshadows, this is going to go next update because they're not my shades. They used to fit me when I was blonde, which is about 5 years ago, but I just... My eyeshadow primer is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is Lost a Gram, and I'm getting to the bottom of this. I still feel like there's going to be a lot left in here because I don't use a lot. I do have to press out because my doe foot is broken. It's stuck in here somewhere. So I have to push out product, which means I end up using more than I need, which is great for panning, not great for prolonging the lifetime of a product. But I don't love this as much as other primers, so I am trying to use maybe a bit more than I need to every time I use it, which is fine by me because I've had this for a while and it has served me well. I have no update progress on my Stila Glitter and Glow. I have worn it. I love this. It's in Kitten Karma. It's gorgeous. It is drying out. I have taken the stopper out, which makes application messy AF. It's gorgeous though, and it's still usable, so I'm going to continue using this. And this might actually be a product I'll be able to finish in April because I don't think there is that much left in here. And that makes me really happy. But it has no weight progress. My stick foundation has lost 0.1 centimetres, which isn't a lot, but we're getting there. The cap keeps getting stuck, which is annoying though. This is, again, very old, but it doesn't have a lot left, and that makes me happy. I don't have any issues with this on my eyes at the moment. I would get rid of it if I did. I'm going to continue using this because I think I'll be able to finish it. My L'Oreal eyeshadow in Over the Taupe I've used 3 times out of my goal, which is 50. So I have a long way to go. Doesn't really show any progress. This is one of those formulations that feels, it's a gel infused formulation, so it's very soft and it looks like the pan seals over on itself every time you use it, but it's still gorgeously creamy to use. I like the colour. I'm going to continue using it. Another product that is definitely going to take me a while is the Makeup Store Micro Shadow in Enamel. And I've used this once because I was playing with my makeup, recreating a Snow White inspired look that I might film a video on. This is one of those weird shadows where it doesn't look sheer, but on my eyes it goes on sheer, but really pretty. And I think, again, it's always been like this, but it's getting old. And it's getting a little bit harder to properly pick up product. It is really lovely taupe shade though. I am going to continue using it. My goal is to hit pan on this, and I don't think I will. Packaging here is quite big. I don't think the pan is much deeper than maybe here. A little bit. It's like that thick of a pan maybe. Because 3.5 grams isn't a lot. But I'm going to keep going with this. I do think I might reconsider my goal on this one in a couple of months though, because I don't think I will hit pan. I have my eyeshadow palette where my goal is to hit pan on all of the shades, and I had an accident. I don't actually know what happened. I just opened my drawer one day and half of this shade fell out. I'm calling it 1 out of 8. I'm pleased. How this grew 9 grams though is a mystery to me. I might have mistyped the original weight as 50 instead of 60 grams. That would make a little bit more sense. But on my papers it says 50. I have a giant dip in the rose gold shade, so I will be hitting pan on that shortly, I think. I also have a pretty decent dip in this lighter shade up here. This row over here, I don't like these 3 shades pretty much. The black with sparkly one is bad. It's really dry, so I'm tempted to just X that and smash it from the palette. Quite literally. I don't like this type of duochrome, which is a reddy brown base with a blue shifty one. I don't like it. It doesn't look that nice on me. The green is lovely. I just don't see where it fits into the palette. And this sort of taupey grey colour is nice. Again, I just don't know where it fits in my life. But I think I'm going to aim for hitting pan of the 3 remaining shades on this side, and then calling it done, because I don't think I will hit pan on any other shades on the other side. I have my Fenty Fly Liner, which is their long wear liquid eyeliner. This is in Kazan Black, which is a black shade. I've used it a couple of times and I like it. No weight progress though, and I don't think there is going to be any, but I'm going to continue using it because it's nice. I have my glitter liner here, which is Makeup Mekka's Metal Moment in Silver City. Haven't used it, nothing to update. I am thinking of pulling all of my glitter eyeliners from this line into my stash in April or May to play with them and decide their fate essentially. And I think that might be the time where I'll properly play around with it. I do absolutely love this product though, because it's one of the better glitter liners from this range, because it's so packed with both a little bit of base colour but also the glitter. I'm not sure going to be able to see it, it's right here, and it's holographic glitter. I like it a lot, so I do need to use it. I just haven't been wearing a lot of cool toned eye looks. I have all of my lip liners here. My H&M lip liner in Au Naturel has lost 0.3 centimeters, so it's now 8.3. It's drying out, but I'm going to keep going with it as long as I can, because I will finish this or it will dry out. And I'm okay with that. I don't actually hate the colour as much as I originally did. It's still a tad bit too light for me, but I can make it work with lipstick. The brown shade, which is Gosh Velvet Touch lip liner in Chocolate Kiss. I haven't used it since the last update, so no change. I do like the colour a lot though. Mekka lip liner in number 7 I've halved. I've been using this a lot. This has gone from 2.1 centimeters to 1.1. I've been using this one and my pink lip colour, which is a liquid lipstick, a lot. I hoped to finish them, didn't, so I'm going to focus on them in April, but I'm really pleased with my progress on this one. My red lip liner I've used 4 times now out of my goal, which is 30. This has also gone down half a centimeter, so it's now 9.5 down from 10. It's fine. I used it today. My final lip liner is another Makeup Mekka one lip liner on point in number 5. I haven't used it. It hasn't seen any change. I pair that one though specifically with a liquid lipstick, so I don't really use it outside of that, and I've only used that liquid lipstick and the lip liner pairing once this year, so I need to get on that. My lip gloss is the Makeup Mekka Soft Velvet Liquid Lipstick in Swigger Swag, which is a pink, mid-tone pink with some shimmer in it. I like the colour on this more than I expected. I don't really like pink lipstick on me. There are a couple of shades of pink that I don't mind. But this manages to be a usable shade. I don't like the formulation though. It's a soft velvet liquid lipstick, they say. On me it's a full colour lip gloss. It doesn't dry down any, so I don't like it because of that. I've used it 11 times though out of 50, so I'm getting close to my goal even though I haven't seen any weight progress. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Then for all of my lip colours, my nude lip colour is the NYX Soft Matte Cream Mini in Zurich. Haven't used it. Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Light White is my brown. Haven't used it. My mid-tones, I have a Bite lipstick in Rhubarb. I used this once and I like the colour a lot. I'm going to keep it in for a little bit longer, see if I can get a tiny bit of progress, but I might end up putting this back in my collection because I like the formulation and the colour of this a lot. My pink liquid lipstick, or pink lip colour, I've used a lot. I originally had a goal to finish this and the lip liner this month. Then I took my day trip down south and back, and I had just lost about a week of makeup, and now there's not enough days left. I mean, I'm filming this on the 31st of March. It wasn't enough days to finish it. It's the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Milan. I've used this 17 times out of 30, so I'm over halfway there, which is great. I'm gonna finish this in April. It's my project for April. My red lipstick is the one I'm wearing today. L'Oreal collection exclusive in Blake's Pure Red. It's fine. It's a really lovely red. I found a similar colour from a formulation I like better and that smells better, the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Ribbon. I've used this 4 times out of 20, so I'm getting there, almost a quarter of the way. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna finish this in April, but it's gonna be like a secondary goal. I'm gonna try and at least get over halfway with this. My orange lipstick, which is Clinique Chubby Stick Intense and Heftest Hibiscus. I haven't used it. It's getting a little bit warmer now though. Hopefully. I hope the weather can catch on. So I'm gonna break this out, maybe not in April but in May, because I have the next one to focus on, but I'm going to finish this probably before June, at least that's my goal. My purple lip colour is Sake, another Bite one. It's this really light, not lavender purple, but cool toned pinky purple. I've used it once and I'm going to continue using it for a couple of more months. I don't like the colour of this as much as I do the Rhubarb one, which is why I want to finish it. But it was nice. I like the formulation a lot. And my final item that is currently in the project before I introduce any new one is my Others lip colour. This is the Sleek Matte Me Metallic in Volcanic, which is a weird colour because it's this bronzy taupe base with gold and pink shimmer. I don't like how it looks on my lips, but I'm determined to use it 20 times. I used it once so far. I'm hoping to get a couple of uses of this in April and maybe finish it in May or June, but I've just learned I don't like metallic liquid lipsticks or lipsticks in general on my lips. I have dry lips already and it just does not make them look any better. Then I can introduce all of my new stuff. My new setting spray is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I have a backup of this. I've also had this for a little bit of time. It is, however, one of my favourite setting sprays ever. I love this a lot. I've used at least a bottle, if not two already. This is weighing in at 65 grams. It's 60 mils in the e.l.f. one. It was 200 in the Jan Thomas one. I know this one goes a bit quicker, so I'm hopeful to be able to finish this maybe sometime this summer. I am adding in 2 cream eyeshadows in place of the Colourpop ones. I'm adding in a Super Shock shadow in Drift. This is one I have actually repressed with the primer method, but I added a bit much. It is very soft and it's a bit too soft, but this was very dry, and it's the shade Drift, I'm not sure if I said, which is a pinky, purpley, cranberry kind of colour. My issue with this now is that it's a little bit on the sheer side and it's a little bit difficult to get a nice blend. I am going to give it a try. My goal is to hit pan, which is very easy to do, but I want more pan than just like a tiny little sliver that will disappear if I swirl my finger into it. I want it to be noticeable. And it's weighing in at 19 grams. My other eyeshadow is the Jelly Shadow from the Disney Villains one in Not Today, which is a gorgeous green. I was originally going to add both of my jelly shadows to the project. My other one though has dried up too much. This is also drying up, and that's the one thing I don't like about the jelly shadows. They dry up really easily. I have had this for barely a year and it's almost to the point where I can't use it anymore. So my goal is to finish it, or finish as much of it as I can before it fully dries out on me, which I'm expecting to be soon. And that weighed 17 grams. The brow gel I'm adding in is the No. 7 Lash and Brow Perfector. I've used this only a handful of times and it's pretty much brand new, but I've had it for at least 2 years unopened in my stash, so I want to finish it as soon as I can, and this weighs 21 grams. I'm adding in 2 eyeliners, so I'm replacing my Milani nude one with the Rimmel Scandalized Waterproof Kohl Kajal in nude. I like it a lot, but it's not cruelty free, so I do want to finish it. It's 11 centimeters. It takes up the entire page that I write and mark these on, so it's gonna be fun. The other one here is the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in dark brown. I bought this one years ago. It's a dark brown. I haven't used it pretty much other than just swatching it and playing with it. It is 8.4 centimeters. My goal is to use half. Not really sure what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna try it both as eyeliner and eyeshadow base. We will see. I'm adding in 3 colourful liquid liners, which might be a bit much. I'm adding in 2 candy liners from Makeup Mekka in Lollipop and Bubblegum. Lollipop is purple, Bubblegum is pink. And my NYX Vivid Brights in Vivid Violet, because I can wear them together. I can make sort of an ombre eyeliner with them, and these are all getting old. I would like to finish all 3 of them. Not sure if it's going to happen, but I want to use them. The NYX one is 8 grams and the Makeup Mekka ones are 9 grams each. The mascara I'm adding in is the Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte. I love the waterproof version of this. I don't like this one as much, so I want to use it and pair it with the waterproof one. This is starting to dry out. I've had it for a little bit, so I'm going to use it for a couple of months. My goal is until I think June or July, which is when this will be about a year old. We will see how much progress I make. It's 26 grams. I don't expect much. I just want to use it a couple of times at least. My final item is a tinted lip balm. I am going to give the other Maybelline Baby Lips that I have a shot. This is Cafe Mocha, which is a nude. It's at least a colour that I know I will wear. I'm going to try and use half of this, but this is a product that if I don't like it, I'm gonna get rid of it. Tinted lip balms is just not a product that I reach for a lot, and a product that I don't like anymore. I used to love them a few years ago. I now prefer satin liquid lipsticks over this, and it's 3.5 centimeters and I want to use half of that. And that was my Project Pan quarterly update. I hope you enjoyed the long video. It's taken me a long time to film and it's gonna be long. If you stuck through it, thank you very much. I hope you are staying safe right now, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. Bye!